I thought we played a pretty good first half, but the second half was not very good. The ball movement stopped, player movement stopped. Obviously we weren't doing a very good job of moving the basketball. We had 7 assists the second half, so it's hard to win an NBA game when you're doing that. I didn't think our transition defense was very good either. There was too many, fast breaks where we just never got matched up, and they end up landing the ball in the basket. A couple of times they had open threes. After we played what I thought was a pretty good first half, they got separation because of our transition defense. And then offensively, we couldn't get the ball in the basket. I thought we got some good, some pretty good looks, but, we ended up 8 for 35 from 3. And, we shoot, 39% after shooting 50 the first half. So that was just a lot of things. But, the one thing that we talked about is that you can't make up points when you're behind if you're trading baskets. The only way you can get back into the game is that you got to be able to come up with stops and then run out and try to score or get in the open court. And, we just didn't do that. We traded basket for a while, and then when we didn't shoot the ball well and wasn't scoring, they continued to score. And so that's how you get the gap that you got. Well, he's a finisher, he's a guy you can go to at the end of the game. And, he's a good scorer. As you know, he's averaging almost 30 points since he's gotten here. And he's a guy that put pressure on the defense, but he's also capable of making plays. So, I think he's a good fit here. If you talk to him, I think, just a new environment and being in a new situation with a new team, I think it's kind of, it's giving him new energy, I think. And I think he sees a situation where, they got a chance to do something special here. And I think that also drives him, just knowing CJ the way I do. Well, I think he is. He's a coach's player, is what he is. Uh, Very good defender. He can defend 1, 2, 3s, 4s. He's a good shot blocker, good rebounder. He's a good fit on this team right there. And then obviously, Bi. I don't. If you ask me, am I impressed? Yeah, I'm impressed. Am I surprised? Heck no, I'm not surprised. I've seen that before. So it's not anything to be surprised about what he's doing, because I think that's who he is. And I think what he's done, I think, is he's gotten much better at making the play and not just necessarily making the shot. I think his assists are up this year and everything. So, I think they're a good team. I think they're a very good team that's playing with a lot of confidence right now. And, that's what happened when you put some wins together. You all of a sudden feel very confident in what you can do, what you're doing.
James Ham, we will go ahead and start with you for Zoom.
Yeah, Alvin, you know how big this game was as far as the standings go. How do you get this team back on the court and ready to play tomorrow after knowing like how big of a blow this one was?
Well, we don't have a choice. If we're going to stay in and have any kind of situation where we'll stay alive as far as, the goals that we set, then, we got to find ways to win this game. Like I said, I was happy, with the way we played the first half. Gave up too many points, I think, but, it's a team that likes to get in the open court, so it's probably going to be somewhat of a high-scoring game. But we have to do better with the little things. Once again, the 50-50 balls, our transition defense, just getting our hands on balls and not coming up with them. That I think was the difference in the game.
Tony?
Yeah, Coach, just want to go back to the Pelicans, because obviously they knew what was at stake here too. And, with Brandon getting off in first half with those 24 points. And, people like Jackson and Valanciunas and Herbert Jones, following suit in that second half, and picking up the pace for them. Just talk about Willie Green's ability to manage this team after that trade. Of course, CJ McCollum is a big part of what they're doing right now, but just how he's been able to manage this team.
Well, I got a ton of respect for Willie. I think he's a heck of a basketball coach, and you can see what has happened after they had a horrendous start, but I don't think he ever changed anything as far as his demeanor and the way he approached it, and he believed in what he was doing. And so now, if you look at the game since that 1-12 start, I think it was, they're playing over 500 basketball, and they're playing well at the right time. The season is 2/3 over. I mean, well, almost actually it's 3/4 over if you look at it that way. And now they're playing really good basketball. So I'm not surprised that they're doing as well as they are. And Willie is doing as good a job as he is as far as managing personnel and managing this team, because I think he's a very good coach.
Sean Cunningham.
Alvin, you'd mentioned those 50-50 balls, those scenarios there. Is that kind of a surprise to you in any way to see the team kind of struggle with those moments in these past few games or so?
It's a little bit, it's crazy really, because we go back and look, and some of them we just get bad bounces, and then other ones we have our hands on and we just can't complete the possession by coming up with it. So it's not like we're not going for them. It's not like we're not, giving the effort to try to get them. Just, we're having a hard time completing that transaction and coming up with the ball.
All right, we only have time for two more, so we'll do Jason, and then we'll close with Chris.
Alvin, when you look at your team defensively, I'm wondering how have those issues changed or remained the same in the last couple of weeks with the new personnel?
Well, I don't think, you give up 125, you don't want to do that, So from that standpoint, I still think that we're a work in progress. You gotta get better, from the points allowed, I think. So that's part of the struggle. Our transition defense still has to get better, and we've talked about that the entire season, but the ball is shot. We've got to get back and set our defense, especially against a team that's going to get out and push the basketball and run. So those are the two areas that I think, that we needed to make improvement in, and we have, but not to the point where, not to the standards where we need to be if we're going to win games.
Alvin, with your team knowing where you guys are in terms of the standings and everything and who you were playing, how shocked are you at the performance in the second half and how this got away from you?
Well, I mean, I'm disappointed. Obviously, I'm disappointed. I think we came in with the right attitude. I'm not really sure. I think we started to press a little bit in the second half when we got down by 9 or 10. And I think, by doing that, we stopped the ball movement and we started to try to do things on our own. And that's what got us in trouble, I think.
All right, any other questions? All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.